Hey Magic fans, welcome back. This is your Captain speaking here on Captain Clyde's MTG. So apparently I'm going to have to redo the video for the collector box's box value because I filmed it once. I went through, started sorting all the cards, getting everything organized, got all that done, and then I tried to upload the video, which was clearly a mistake because now I don't know where the video is at, and all the cards are sorted. Yeah, so I don't know what came out of the box, but I do know some things that came out of the box, and I'm not going to unsort all my stuff, and yeah, so anyway, so it's going to be a quick video today. So yeah, the things I do remember from the previous video, don't forget, $2 or more for it to be wrote down, otherwise it's a flat dollar per card. I don't take into account lands, foil lands, commons, full commons, uncommons, so forth, so on. Just basic rares, mythics, and all that good jazz. So one thing I do still have separated to keep apart is these oil slick cards you can see here. I did get some good ones. I got an Atraxa, Glissa, Kato. These are all the rare ones in mythics. Only got a couple mythics. I got an Atraxa. I got a Luca, Phyrexian language. I mean, not the most expensive thing, but really cool. I've got a Jace. We've got two Jins, which was really nice. Unfortunately, these aren't expensive ones, but still, that's probably some of the best art I've seen. It's just amazing art. I wouldn't mind seeing more cards like that. Anyway, other than that, there's some other good ones. That's a mythic. And that's really pretty much it, other than we got a Dominus and a couple of things like that. But there you have it. And all in all, there was 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 mythic oil slick rares. That's roughly 1 to 2 per box. The average is about 2 per box, with a couple boxes only having 1, which drove the price down on a couple of those boxes. So there's that. You know, not to mention we have all the other regular common oil slick rares, 1 per box, commons, uncommons, all that good jazz. But moving on to prices, we'll go through the prices again one last time. So you can look here, you can see all the price values. First box, $209, second box, $178, third box, $237, fourth box, $249. This box was $267, and then a $189 box for an average of $222 across for all the boxes. So not too bad. The boxes are going for about $200 right now, not counting shipping and sales tax, so probably $220-ish. So you're pretty much getting out what you're putting in, which is really on par for how much these things should be. Because remember, if you're going to try to get all this stuff out and then sell it, there's a 20% shipping and seller fee normally for most items if you do it yourself. So you'll lose a little bit of money, but that's the norm, so it's actually relatively okay. Now, one thing I do want to point out with all this, you'll notice that there's not a lot of high mythic counts here for dollar-wise, except for these 2 boxes. But of course, here's where we hit the good ones. We did get a Alish Norn in this one. Over here, you'll notice a lot of the rares here have some really high dollar value. Even at $1 a piece, the rares in general still priced kind of high. And these over here were the prices for the oil slick / special cards. So they did pretty well also. So something else I want to point out with this on the video. So I've talked about it before. As I was opening the boxes, or the cases, it seemed like every case, not only did the box have mapping, but the cases had mapping, basically saying that you're guaranteed so many good, so many bad boxes, and so many average boxes. So what I want to point out, if you look at this, 189, 178. Those are obviously not good boxes. They're below what you would pay. But we had 3 high ones and 1 mid. Basically saying 3 out of 6 boxes are going to get you back your money, which is about lottery style standards to get people to keep buying boxes. Except for the fact here is lottery tickets in order to pay back money. This is just if they make something and it costs, let's say these cost $100 a box to make, which they clearly don't. But let's say they did. And the whole point is to get you to keep coming back. So if they could spread out that value to get some really good boxes in with some bad boxes, it'll give you that kind of dopamine hit to want to crack packs and chase. I mean, if you go up here and you look at this next one, where we did the draft boxes here, you can see 97, 88, 120, 90, 90, 121. So 97 is about average. There was 3 of them that were about mediocre or below, and 2 that were pretty high for a draft box. I'm not going to lie. I know it doesn't look very pronounced here, but for me, the 97, the 120, and the 121 were high boxes. I know 97 is not really a high box, but some of that can also be to bad pack opening or what have you. But an 88 and 2 90s are actually only 10 or about $10 below retail, which isn't too bad, but still below cost. But if you look at the set boosters, it's even more prominent. So you look over here, 163, 177, 149, 80, 101, 156. So you have 2 definite bad boxes and then 4 that were really good. Meaning, more often than not, you're going to get enough good boxes that people want to come back. And the ones who get a bad box have a higher chance if they buy a second box to get a good box, meaning they'll want to buy more like lottery-style kind of method. So not only is it look like the track printing per box has a methodology to it, but to me, when you look at something like this, it looks like the case, how the boxes or the cases are made have a methodology as well. As you guys know, we've done all these box opening series. I have yet to open a case where every box has been amazing. It just doesn't happen. Some boxes at some point, for some degree, for some reason, are weak somewhere and they don't have enough of something. So, like for example, during these drafts, I only got like 1 Elish Norn, which made all these boxes relatively weak in general. While over here in the set boosters, I got several Elish Norns, making all those box prices higher, because that's a $50 pop every time I hit one. So, very interesting. On record, it looks like if you want to buy something, probably for the best money investment, if you're just looking for return right now, it looks like set boosters. But I believe collector boosters are going to be where it's at, like most items, moving forward. So basically how I would rate these 3 is draft is just a draft. That's the whole point to it. That's why it's there. If you want to open draft, then you open draft to play them. If you want to collect cards, i.e. make sets, pull rares, and have extras to sell or trade, you should be opening set boosters. Also, the value's a lot higher. There's a lot more bonus stuff in there. There's the list. We're back to set boosters being better than draft. And for a while there, we went through a couple box openings where the draft boosters were actually better than the set boosters, which kind of applies to some of the previous sets that we've talked about. See those videos later. But anyway, set boosters are back to being better. And if you want something long-term or the flashy, really high-priced stuff, the collector boosters is the only place to get that. But again, it's a gamble. So I think collector boosters are more toward collectors as far as people who want to invest or collect their favorite cards that are real nice and flashy, compared to these kind of collectors who just want to collect the cards to actually have them to play, versus this is what we do on a Friday night when we want to do some draft stuff. So I think there's a place for every one of these inside the Magic market. I think the key there is figuring out where you want to be and what you want to buy at what time, so that you know that you're buying the right product for yourself. So with that said, I'm going to go back through. I'm going to finish sorting the rest of these cards, find out what else I need. I'm probably going to do a few more, another set of set or draft box openings to put on the channel and wait while we kill some time. and also to help flesh out the rest of my sets and to help fill up the eBay store. So make sure you watch out for that. So subscribe up if you haven't already. Hit that notification bell so you know all the stuff comes out. Until next time, be kind, and I hope to see you across from the game table. Later, player.